Welcome everyone! I'd like to show you a really quick tour of the TriplexME Toolbox template, just in case you would like to try it out but aren't too sure about it yet. So this is the digital version of the toolbox. If you want to just get the paper version, it's available as a PDF. But this is OneNote, and OneNote, I think I gave a tour before on OneNote, and I currently have the TriplexME Toolbox template as my active notebook here. And this column in the left contains all of these different sections where I have put essentially what I refer to as tools. These are all tools in the toolbox. So I guess there's a couple of sections that are actually just more like sections, because there's a welcome at the top. And then I get into a section where I kind of introduce the daily method. And what I tried to do with each of these sections is I tried to put a little about page. So when you click on a section in this column on the left, it will expand out on the column that's on the right, which will show the pages that are included in that section. So for this daily method section, there's an about page, and the daily method just describes what a sample triplex training daily practice could look like. And so it goes through and talks about that, and it includes a page here about the recommitment and affirmation statement, which you could write it here inside of this notebook. And then I have a link to the handbook that goes into much more detail about the daily method. So the list of tools here, there's quite a few of them, and I think the way that I envision this going is that we will just, as we move through the classes that are coming, I'll just offer invitations if you like the toolbox, that you could use it for doing some of the exercises that we'll be doing in class, or some for homework. You could actually be putting some of your processing inside of the toolbox, so some of this is like, it's kind of this is an introduction to the toolbox, and over time you get more familiar with the specific tools that are in it. So the specific tools here, just to give a really quick tour, again, they each kind of have, I tried to put an about section so you can read about how I intend for this particular tool to be used. So triplex accumulations, this is kind of an area where you would list the data about the things that you've accumulated in your life situation that you might want to track. Badger Tracks is a little tool that helps you to log and track goals. So you could read about that in here. And so the idea with the OneNote notebook here is that I tried to lay it out here so you could just read through it, but when you get to the point where you want to actually add a goal and track and see what happens, you can it says please click add page to add a goal, or make a copy of the goal template page. So here you can add a page, and then you could write up what your goal is. There's a goal template page here, which isn't really that awesomely great, but it's something to start with. But you could right click and you can copy this page, and then you can paste it right here too, and that way you can create and track goals using the TriplexME toolbox. The next section here is the brainstorm tool, and it actually tracks a lot of different little pieces of data. And this is the area that's kind of more like the little making a game out of life, like you're collecting these different little pieces of data. And one nice thing about OneNote is that it's an app that you can put on your phone as well. So if you like to, when you're out and about, you notice something, you can pretty easily actually add it into the OneNote. So in this regard, it's pretty handy. So you really can be doing your personal growth work and tracking what you need to do, capturing that like in real time. So it's pretty cool. Matchmaker Brainstorm is another area where you can notice what you notice in your daily life and keep track of these things that you might want to share with people in your life. Dream Drops is a little tool for tracking and studying nighttime dreams and kind of dreamy daytime experiences, and also processing kind of dreamy memories from the past. So I do plan to take us through a memory montage exercise in future weeks in class. There's the Insight Hearth, where you showcase your insights. The Journal Vault, you can write daily journal entries here, adding a page every time you want to create a new journal, is how I like to do it. And you have a lot of flexibility here with how you want to do things. And because this is just all text in here, you can customize and change and delete and make this whatever you wanted to make it. But at least this is kind of how I envision the toolbox. There's a periodic journal vault as well, and then the personality parts. Some of these different tools that I've added in here. So there's a me page, a not me page, feedback on me, and then we've already started getting into inner trainer, inner critic, and outer critic. And then there's a wonder board area where you kindle your curiosity. Okay, that's a really quick introduction to the TriplexME toolbox. Thank you.